Hey guys, Scott Stoltz here. Hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend and middle of the week. And I just wanted to get a quick story out there and share something that I just experienced the other day that hopefully there's a little nugget or two in here that can get you thinking about something a little differently. So the other day I went to take my trash out. This was just a couple days ago. And at my apartment complex, I live in an apartment here in Massachusetts. And I walked outside with my 2 bags of trash and turned the corner, and it's one of those, houses that houses a dumpster and has some chutes and whatnot. So as soon as I turn the corner, I look and I see this huge pile of trash outside the garbage building. And so much so that you couldn't even walk up to the chute to put your trash in. I ended up having to just throw my bags on the stack of other stuff. And it's not that surprising. We're just about to hit June. June's a big month where people are moving in and out, and it's that time of year. I hadn't seen the trash piled that high here before, but it was pretty crazy, but not surprising. But what happened was I dropped my trash off and I started to walk away, and it immediately got me thinking about something. So 10 years ago, I spent a year in New Orleans doing volunteer work after Hurricane Katrina, great experience. And one of the things that I took away of the many from my time there was that I learned to live a lot more minimalistically. I didn't have a lot of stuff when I came back from New Orleans for several reasons, and I never have grown that since. I learned to live down there, not only myself, but families and people that I worked with, and saw, when you don't have a lot of things, there are advantages to that. So I've kept it very minimal ever since that date, and it's been really helpful on a lot of fronts. There's two big positives that come out of that that I've experienced and I'm very aware of. And one is that the less stuff you have, the less you have to worry about or expend energy on, like cleaning, moving, repacking, putting away, fixing, if something breaks down, replacing, blah, the list goes on. And it just declutters the mind. And I know we've heard this before, but I can tell you, like, firsthand experience and seeing this change in my life. I never had a lot of stuff even before I went to New Orleans, but I had a house at one point, I had a fair amount, and I had moved a few times, and always a pain. And the less stuff you have, the better. It frees up not just physically your activity, but up here in your mind. I don't stress about that stuff anymore. The other thing that it really helps with in my life, and I know this isn't applicable to everybody in the same way, but so when I need to go somewhere, or if I'm moving, or if I'm just traveling for work or pleasure, or if I want to go spend time somewhere else for a few weeks or a month, I can do it so much more easily than if I had to worry about a lot of stuff, or a household full of things, or I needed somebody to house sit and even apartment sit. I don't have a lot of stuff that needs a lot of oversight and taken care of. And that has made a big difference in my life. And frankly, when I move, it's made my moves a lot easier too. I mean, it makes a big difference, but really it's more the mental side. Like, I just find I have less to think about on that front, on the stuff front. And that way I can spend more of my time and energy thinking about things that really matter and more important, such as people, friends, family, going places, doing things, rather than what am I doing with all this stuff that I have, and I got to spend the whole weekend cleaning out closets and whatnot. So anyway, just a little nugget to share. I know everybody's different. If you have a family, you have kids, you have much more needs in your life for more things. I understand, and everybody's got to figure out what works for them. I'm just sharing what's worked for me, and having less really is, pardon the cliche, but it's more for me. It adds benefits to my life. And on that note, so I'm leaving this week. I'll be heading out west for a few weeks and have some amazing, great opportunities coming up, meeting with some companies and a foundation, and getting in front of people that, just sharing my story some more. And I hope to learn from them and take in as much as I can. And if I have anything or come across any great nuggets of wisdom, I will definitely share them with you. I'll keep you abreast on how the trip's going and what's going on. And thanks for listening. If you listen, anytime anybody listens to all these messages, I really appreciate it. I just hope once in a while I can make a little bit of an impact for somebody out there. And thanks again for your time. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks.